What a finish. What a man.
The drum roll finishes, and the target is...
Yeah, that was it.
And it comes on finals night, and it's a lovely
Dirty Harrison! Van Velzen!
For tops here,
Game
and a
showing the
2-0
second
lead.
leg. Game showing the third
Good
leg.
stuff. You see, stepped across to hit the treble.
Game showing the third
Stepped
leg.
back across
Alex
to hit
Spelman.
the tops.
An eye roll from
Game shot.
Painter and
a match.
Spelman.
Alex Spelman. Game showing the third leg.
Dare I
Devon
say that
Petersen.
was vintage.
Game showing the
That's
third
more
leg.
like the Devon Petersen we all know.
You'd like a double 10 though. Wonderful
Game
darts.
shot in the third leg.
Leaves him a shot at the
Game
bull.
shot in the
Sensational,
third
Steve West.
leg.
It's Thursday night at the Arrows here at the Live Lounge in Porto. Double Trouble 4 is about to get underway. Group B is our centre of attention live here on Pluto TV. Well, a very good evening. Welcome along to the first night session of Double Trouble 4 here on the south coast of England, where we are very much gearing up for the festive periods here. 3 more days of Super Series action until the man with the big grey beard heads home. Yep, Andreas Harrison's going to be on our schedule on Christmas Day, New Year's Day. Anyway, I've got a Christmas cracker for you. I've got a Christmas treat because we've got 3 days of Keegan Brown with us here. Goodness me. I tell you what, the presents get better and better every year. Keegs, it's great to see you once again. Look, double start this time around. You're adept to it for your experiences on the Grand Prix stage. You played in a double trouble before. Aside from the obvious, what do the players need to look out for over the next few days?
And it is just keeping to the obvious, isn't it? It's, how quick you can get that open and double and how you can adjust yourself so quickly back to the trebles. But, I always think double in, double out was definitely a level playing field.
Right, to this afternoon, Scott Mitchell won 4 out of his 5 games in Group C. And look, what else can we say about Scott? It was a typically Scotty dog performance. It was just efficient, wasn't it, throughout the whole course?
Yeah, 100%. It was so good to see Scott back playing well and really consistent. But, even that 1-2-1 there, you saw that's confidence. He's got the swag back and, it was really good to see him playing well again.
So this is the table. Mitchell and Thornton both on 8 points. Andy Hamilton on 6. Richie Burnett and Trina Gulliver with 4 points respectively. And Kevin Painter at the bottom of the pile without a point to his name. So that's how Group C looks. This is the tournament bracket. And tonight we see Steve West, Ram Guevara of the United States of America and Devon Petersen involved. Graham Usher, Alex Spelman drop out of Group A. Let's talk about Steve West, because you will see over the course of the evening that he's a little bit of the walking wounded tonight. But if there's one player that's going to play a bit of heart and a bit of grit, it's going to be Steve West, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Steve's he's no stranger to injuries and operations, is he? So, he always plays in the adverse conditions of his body. So, to see him, in a cast, thankfully on his left arm, not his right arm, but even so, that still takes a lot of pressure when you're trying to play.
Yeah, he'll be hoping to be a part of the Saturday night cast. At the darts, that is, not at the A&E unit. You're regretting every bit about coming in tonight, aren't you?
No, not at all. I'm looking forward to the darts.
And the darts will get underway in a minute. Graham Usher 13-8. You look at everybody's season this year. Graham's had the best one of the lot. Of no surprise, really, his favourite.
No, 100%. But, like we always say, when these Group A groups go into Group B and Group C, it's start over again. And sometimes the bookies can get it wrong.
What about Ram Guevara? Now, he throws with a 9-gram dart. That's hard, isn't it?
It's lighter than a feather, literally. No, but to be fair, everyone's got their nation darts to, I had a look at them earlier. 9 grams is very light for a dart. I couldn't throw with them.
Just about in the eyes of legalities, it is 18 plus and it is gambleaware.org if you're going to have a flutter. Let's get into game one then, because we're going to see Steve West in action, and he is part of our opening cast. Last time, promise you, last time, promise you, last time. He's had enough already. Let's hear from him now. I caught up with him earlier. Steve, here we are, Double Trouble 4. How much are you looking forward to the next couple of days?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm not sure about the form as such. I'm sometimes up and down, so just got to see what comes and hopefully enjoy it.
Got to ask, the left arm, what have we done?
We've got a little hairline fracture in the elbow. Happened a few weeks ago. Didn't think nothing of it. I've had no pain from it until Tuesday. I pulled the tailgate down on the van, felt a little pop, and then about 4 hours later I couldn't move my arm, so had to go to the hospital.
So how is, I know it's not your throwing arm, but how is the left arm?
Yeah, it's fine. I can, move it, do whatever. There's no pain in there at all. So, hopefully it's just it is a precautionary thing, but hopefully it just stays that way.
In terms of the next couple of days then, what does it look like for you? What's the goals, what the objectives? I know obviously Saturday's going to be high up on the list.
Yeah, Saturday night, win the tournament. Done.
And in terms of the actual darts, the way they've been throwing and flying, they've been okay?
Yeah, like I said, it's been up and down, but like in patches I will be unbeatable, hitting everything, and then the very next leg or the very next match I'll be like, I've never thrown a dart before. But that's me, that's just my body transforming, getting used to stuff. I've had operations, obviously, as you know, and it's still working. I've just got to work on it to make it solid.
In terms of the double start, the double in, double out, how much have you been practicing with that, and how confident are you feeling doubling in, doubling out?
I don't practice, as you know. I just play. Look, a double's a double. It's the same size on any part of the board. A double's a double. So if you can hit it, great. If you miss, you're in trouble. Don't miss.
Well, wish you the best, Steve. Good luck.
Cheers, mate.
So, it's game 1 of 10 that we're broadcasting to you tonight. We're on Pluto TV. It's available in the United Kingdom, across Europe, and now across the United States. Download the Pluto TV app via your applicable app store. And for Steve West, now residing in Waterloo, 50 years of age, as you could see, patched up on one side, but good to go and good to throw up against Alex Spelman. And I'm not going to say where he's from because I want to keep my job. Twice a weekly semi-finalist here in the past, and the eagle-eyed amongst you will realise that he's wearing his World Darts Championship shirt. Alex Spelman, and the only reason you know that is because there's a very popular tyre company on the right sleeve. Paul Hinks is the referee in charge of the action. He's refereed in a few of those World Final thingies. Keegan Brown's been in a few of the old World Championship thingies.
Steve to throw first.
And he's going to be looking at all the action this evening as we get the first night of Double Trouble 4 underway, and it's going to be Steve West to do exactly that. Evening, Keegs.
No score.
Good evening there, headers. Well, absolutely cracking match. We're getting our teeth into straight away in the action on this Thursday night here at the Modus Super Series, exclusively live on Blu-ray TV.
No score.
Well, after 3 darts each, both players are averaging 0.
That's a good
60.
adjustment there by Westy. We always say, you don't sell until you hit your first double, and on this occasion, it's actually you don't sell until you hit your first 2 doubles.
79.
And I think for the players that are involved this evening, the likes of Devon, Petersen and Steve West, yes, there's going to be that ambition to win. Steve did mention that in his pre-match interview, but I also get the sense as well, because this is the tail end of the season, that this is a bit of a free hit. Everything that they wanted to achieve either
100.
has been or hasn't been. This just a way of just finishing off the season with something to cheer about, a few extra pennies in the pocket at Christmas, and a trophy to hoist aloft. And then for a lot of players, there'll be a focus, perhaps if it be Q School. I know Steve would be looking at some other satellite
82.
circuits in 2026. Maybe he's going to the Isle of Man in March, which is, I could tell you now, one of the best darting destinations. If you've never been there, you have to go. It's incredible.
100.
It's up there with the best with Barnsley and Wigan.
Barnsley, Wigan, Portsmouth. All you have to do is put Peckham next to it. Then you'd have Dave Delboy Trotter's
85.
van. Or Derek Delboy Trotter's van.
160.
Anyway, West is looking to It's stuck in. He's not going to take out the 160.
60. Alex, your car 155.
So there's an outside chance here for Alex in was 155. That's good. Set up there, looking at the 54.
79. Steve, your car 100.
So ton for West to take the opening leg. Well, at least it was a treble, not a single, because it gives himself a go at tops.
Getting shown the
And
first
tops
leg,
he'll
Steve
find
West.
the night gets up and running with a ton plus checkout. Literally a
Same
ton
leg, Alex, to throw
checkout
first.
from Steve
Game
West.
Yeah, as you can tell by that camera angle, that
45.
first start was perfect for Alex. Just to squeeze the with the double top there. It's like we always say, isn't it, Henry, where
No score.
you feel like Thursday is definitely reset. So it doesn't matter how well or how bad you've played throughout the week. Today is reset, and it's all about getting the legs on the board as quick as you can.
Well, Chris Mason makes a salient point when he sits in these seats that
125.
it's all about reset mentality. And when you're playing in a round-robin format, if the opener doesn't go to plan, everybody's back on zero come Thursday afternoon, first and out, whichever group you placed in. And you don't know how the other person's playing. They could be playing like $1 million, or they could be playing like a £10 note. You just do not know.
97.
And I think as well, that's the thing, isn't it? Is when you come here on a Thursday,
80.
you want to let the sort of lay the foundations in, because there's nothing worse going up. You lose your first match, you think, right, now I have to, you have to kick in as such. And
96.
double trouble week or any normal week here at the Modus is so hard to, if you start in Group A, to go all the way through to the Saturday and win it, that's a very hard thing to do in darts.
100.
I also want the fact that Alex, having
138.
played at Ali Pali's, got a distinct advantage of the format being best of 5, because that's going to be the set play format that's played in those championships. And he's got 6 on this 138 to
82.
level up this first set of the night.
Yeah, it's a weird concept, isn't it? Where 50% of me agrees with you there, Hen, as you are right what you say, but I think as well,
49. Alex, your
when you're
car,
preparing for
56.
anything, you've put all the effort in, you've put all the practice in, sort of thing. So you just want to keep going up there and keep playing darts, don't you? And
Getting shot on the second leg, Alex
now
Spelman.
Alex there takes us 56. I don't know if he was going 32-24 for
The leg Steve to throw first.
a double
Game
finish.
I do have to ask you the question, Keegan. Have you ever played in a cast?
Played in a sling. It's the most awkward thing I've ever done.
60.
And so it begs the question now. I've spoken to Steve about it, and he says that he feels as free as he can be. But, well, that's a lucky deflection and ricocheting to the 5-5. But
30.
there's going to be a little air of discomfort there, surely.
Yeah, 100%. I remember years ago where I think it was Tony O'Shea dislocated a shoulder during Lakeside, and it was his left shoulder, but it was so much, obviously, awkward pain or referred pain to his right that he just couldn't, you couldn't play any better. But yeah, I think,
57.
even though he was in his left arm, I think that still takes a lot of, referred pain onto the right, and it will be awkward because Steve's hand isn't in that position you
60.
see all the time.
Of course, the most infamous one is probably Adam Smith near the Lakeside when he played in crutches. Just months after winning the World Masters, and he couldn't beg, borrow, or steal a leg in that
60.
particular encounter.
But Westy, Aiken really good in a good dent on his
100.
throat. So you feel already Spelman needs at least 2 trebles, and he's found one. Another one will make it a bit more interesting. Could we see the first 180?
125.
Not yet.
Well, Steve's been doubling in okay, but the scoring
58.
just a little bit below what we've come to expect. We know that he's one of the real power scorers when he gets going. But he's kind of been plying his trade around the treble a visit mark so far in this one. Spelman piles in his second max of this match. He's just had a little bit more, and he's been able to and get going in the scoring stakes. However, West looks at the ball.
83.
Unable to get into Spelman.
Alex, your car 49.
Looking at 49. So break could go 2 to the good. It's double top. Oh,
9.
they bend the
Your
wire.
car 43.
Yeah, they're really two well thrown darts. So it's tops again.
Getting shot on the third leg, Steve West.
Well, Steve West leads this game by 2 legs
leg,
to
Alex,
1
to
score.
first.
The
Game
match which Spelman could have had full control of is one which sees West go 1 away from getting a victory in and getting his campaign off to a
59.
winning start.
You feel for Westy, this is a bit of a three-legger.
No score.
Well, there's a leg on the Spelman throw. And I suppose
59.
hypothetically, even though you don't want this scenario, if you're going to have a leg where you miss a through, if it's on the opponent's darts and you're in this position, it may not be too harmful as
score.
long as you can get the job done in the next. And I just wonder if already there'll be fleeting thoughts about that particular prospect.
And I think as well for Steve, he wants to get on as quickly as he
97.
can, because there's nothing worse when you could get near the brush, if that makes sense. And he just wants to have the free confidence of knowing that he can still hit that the double 3D, and he does so.
Well, we did see it earlier on this week, in the first leg of the week, in fact, by Richie Pedette, who got brushed by Kevin Painter right at the very beginning of Double Trouble 4.
45.
Well, if he could have piled in the max, then there would have been a different complexion to this leg. But I think Steve will probably be realistic to the
41.
prospect now that this game is probably heading all the way to a deciding leg, and he's going to have to do his business there.
$85.
I think Spelman's still in a position where he's trying to discover something. We know how good he is, and he had a very good season a couple of years ago. He's had a decent time,
57.
of course,
Alex, your car
qualifying for the Grand Slam for his
156.
exploits in the Continental Cup. He has had success, but I still think he feels as if there's still another gear or two to replicate the levels in which he provided a couple of years
41.
ago. Because we know how good he is, and I still think he knows that there's still another level in which to unlock.
But, you know, and that's the beauty of the Modus Super Series, where you are playing the best players
43.
on the
Alex, your
planet.
car 115.
And you can only know your game when you are playing the best. So it's 18 for top. So it's double top to make it 2 each.
95.
So, to ensure our first
83.
match of the night
Alex,
goes
your
all the
car,
way
20.
to a last leg decider, Alex Spelman's looking at double 10. Double 4.
16.
Inside. On the east side.
2 trebles here for Westy will make it very interesting. Bang on time.
180. Alex, your car 4.
Well, it's not too little, but it might be too late in this particular leg.
Getting shot on the fourth
Because
leg,
Spelman
Alex
has taken us the distance. 2-2.
Fifth and final leg, Steve to throw first. Game on.
It's all about getting off here, and West has done so with dart 2 of the
60.
leg. It's down to Spelman to get off first dart here.
So you feel for Alex, that's a brilliant... Well, it could be a block. It could be looking at 36.
No score.
Well, Steve West has effectively been given a free visit here to really pile it on Spelman.
And that's I was going to say it's a
89.
perfect dart, but what do I know? Could be a 160.
120.
Yeah, you take that.
Well, it's just kept Steve West honest, and despite the fact he got away first visit, hasn't been able to put anything tangible in terms of the scoring
140.
stakes in. But that 140 means it very much is in control, and Spelman effectively needs a max here, you feel. Definitely needs 2 big trebles now, and I don't like the liar dart 1.
85.
It's just awkward. I know he got a treble in there, but it's just awkward.
$42.
I'd know because I'm very good at hitting single fives first dart, Keegs.
And I didn't say a word. No, he should be staying up. 140, we leave 156.
85. Steve, your car 170.
Here we go. Shots on. Another one for the ball. So it's bullseye.
135.
Well, he gave it a go, but was unable to execute. He's left himself on 35. Will come back for another couple more match darts when he returns. Spelman is just having a bit of a problem with the
85.
Mardell drift.
Steve, your car 35.
But West looking to get his night off to the perfect start. He's going to get 2 darts in his hand, a double 16.
3.
2 free
Alex
match darts are come and gone.
126.
This would be some way to nick it for Alex Spelman.
And to be fair, how Alex's darts sit up, that could be perfect. That's a perfect dart for 57.
54. Steve, your car 32.
Well, Steve West has already had 3 darts to win this match. He's going to get 3 more. And he's going to have to find a rather blocked double 8. He's going to have to float this over the top. The flight's obscuring, but he manages to smother a way through and completes a 3-2 win. He had to work hard for that, but Steve West on the board. And he casts aside Alex Spelman in the opening match of the night. The tail of the tape looks like this. We're off for a break, and when we come back, Round Guevara takes on Graham Usher. Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Well, welcome back. Before the break, we saw Steve West get the bet of Alex Spelman by 3 legs to 2. And so we have a meeting of Scarborough and the United States of America in Game 2 as Ram Guevara, the 42-year-old from Houston in Texas, throwing with, yes, you've seen that right, 9-gram darts, makes his debut up against Graham Usher, the 52-year-old Scarborough slinger. Series 1 runner-up here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth, World Seniors finalist last year. And that's a glimpse of Ram's darts. And it turns out he has a penchant for the bullseye. Who knows? He might start the ball. We've got no idea. All we do know is he's going to be starting this game against Usher. And it's also fair to say that he's a bit of an unknown quantity. It'd be interesting to see how he gets on. He's from Houston in Texas. In terms of CDC form, there's not too much to pick out, but the bits we have seen, there is an indication that he's rather handy.
100.
I think that's a good analogy to make so far, Henry. I think as well he's
80.
Considering his darts are only 9 grams, that's wow. Do you know anyone else that throws less than 9 grams?
I don't. I mean,
41.
Stephen Bunting was seen as a bit of an outlier when he was throwing with 12-gram darts for as many years as he was.
123.
Yeah, that's a good 180 there from Usher.
Yeah, have a look at them. They are feather-like from Ram Guevara.
85.
Put it this way. You would mistake that for a pen if you picked it up on a table.
100.
It's that light.
I'm quite intrigued by his points, because I don't think they're are they a standard? I think they're soft tip.
59.
It wouldn't surprise me. And they look like, I'll tell you what they look like. Do you remember the old Sigma flights that, I think it was Unicorn made back in the day, as Usher looks at tops to take leg 1 and gets tops for leg 1. 15 darter for the gambler to get up and running. But yeah, it does look like one of the old Sigma flights that a well-respected company made for, what, about 20-odd years ago now. Kevin Painter used to use them all the time. Phil Taylor used it a fair bit. It's very much something you wouldn't see on the modern-day darts market. But what it does mean, that sort of flight added in with the lightness of the barrel means that those darts really are going to propel through the air.
And propelled they are.
No score.
No, you do feel for Ram. You know, unfortunately, his first time so far at Modus is double trouble.
No score.
I think at the moment they're trying to do their best Henry Deacon impression until that first start.
120.
Ease up here. I had to deal with Devon doing that all day. And he's got a play in a minute against Steve West, so...
80.
Although I did think he was going to strangle me when David Munier hit that winning dart earlier on this afternoon. Now, this is what double start can do. At the end of leg 1, a 15 dart for Graham Usher meant that his average was 100.2. Prior to that 140 turn, because of the amount of darts he'd missed to get in, he was averaging in the mid-60s.
140.
Feels like Rams came into his sort of character. You know, he's starting to relax more. And considering there was 1 or 2 darts missed to beginning of this leg, he's definitely made a beeline to get down to 101 so quick.
I'd love to know 49. What he makes of the opportunity as well this week, whether he sees it as a bit of a free hit or whether there's a bona fide expectation to go deep in the competition.
100.
It'll be interesting to see, but he has got a chance here to get his first live lounge leg on the board. And he's going to get 2 darts at double top to do exactly that.
12.
Doesn't go. And so Usher, 81 to go 2-0 to the good.
So it's 12 for the ball. So it's double 13.
55. Ramyukar 40.
So Tots array to get on the board and to give him a ray of hope in this match. Double 10, now double 5. My word,
30.
did the
Ramyukar 26.
darts fly. Double 13 for Usher. Inside, Rams back.
No score. Ramyukar 10.
So Ram Guevara looks at double 5. My apologies for the Freudian slip.
No
Well,
score.
that's a slip.
Ramyukar
Slip
26.
into the double 12. It's now double 13. Straight down the pipe for Usher.
Getting shown the second
And
leg.
straight
Graham
down the
Usher.
pipe and into a 2-0 lead.
Third leg round to through first. Game on.
You feel like Ram wants to get back on that road of winning.
40.
I'll tell you what is also quite interesting, Keegan. It was a point that we made when Boris Kirchmar played in. I'm sure the point was made
52.
by Paul Nicholson on Talk Sport during the World Championship as well with Boris. Is you think about you look at Ram and he's somebody
76.
that you can tell when he throws that dart, it's thrown. And you look at Boris Kirchmar, you look at his build and things
60.
like that. He throws a fairly light dart. It's very interesting. I don't know whether it's just a coincidence or whether somebody that can get a bit more behind the dart in terms of firmness or throw
85.
prefers throwing something lighter, because the natural instinct you would think is someone that wants to throw firmer wants to throw something heavier.
100.
But current trends seem to signify the opposite is apparent.
And I'm going to throw my opinion into the hat there. And
140.
you know, obviously, Ram and obviously Boris, the massive similarity is they would have played a lot of soft tip darts. And
44.
obviously the
Ramyukar
ball,
160.
I think the ball's you can't have a dart heavier than 22 grams. One thing I've noticed is flights, they must be very light in the micro because they're very bend-like.
120.
They don't keep the same straight shape, if that makes sense.
85. Ramyukar
Some might say
40.
flimsy.
Well, there's been nothing flimsy about this leg so far. As Ram looks at double 10 and
Shown
gets
the
double
third
10
leg,
and
Ram
gets his
Guevara.
first leg on the board here at the Live Lounge.
Fourth leg green
Well,
to
let's
through first. Game
dissect
on.
Ram a little bit further in this leg. I should get some
80.
first dart. He has the darts to win the match in this leg. Yeah, we can have a look at the flight, and yeah, it does have some funny angles about
100.
it. And I'm just having a look at the throw, and I'll tell you what it reminds me of. Reminds me a little bit of Thibaut Tricol, who played this afternoon. I'm sure Ram will be hoping to have a
62.
better night than Thibaut had afternoon at the World Championship. But just the way he throws it, the way he prods it back, and that firm
60.
follow through.
See, I thought with his rhythm and how he brings the dart back, he reminds me of an Andy Smith type of throw.
Ah, the pie man.
135.
One of the best laughs in darts. This the side on ankle of the Ram Guevara throw. In terms of the techniques,
121.
there is absolutely nothing at all you can fault about that action.
No, not at all.
83.
And the same can be said about Graham there. But what a fantastic first start. I think, obviously,
135.
this is the first time I've seen Ram play
141.
darts, and do you know what? Bit of a dodgy couple of legs, but tell you what, he's done well to get himself back into it.
101. Ramyukar 85.
So this to level up and to take us all the way for the second time in 2 games. Double 10. Well, he's beginning to find the radar now. He missed a fair few darts at the beginning of the match, but now Ram Guevara is finding his mojo. And we go all the way to a last leg decider, 2-2.
Yeah, let's be honest, Ram's last two legs was 17 and 15. You know, that's a solid 93 average, and this is double on.
65.
How did you enjoy the World Grand Prix, Keegan, in your previous experiences there?
I played 2 players, Michael Van Goghen and Gary Anderson.
Oh, good draws then.
Yeah, needs to say I was on the first flight back from Dublin to Southampton the next morning.
Didn't even have time to see the Temple Bar. Trust me, you can't leave that place drunk
85.
because by the time you pay for one drink, you're on the floor anyway. €11.50.
Yeah, let's not get into that right now.
140.
What a 140 there from Usher to bring him back into this leg. It needs a ton.
100.
And he does.
Yeah, this has been a really good display, and I suppose as well, for everybody in this group, everyone will know everybody. Alex might know Ram, I'd assume he would, but for the other players involved, Ram would have been the unknown quantity, and to a certain extent, Graham Usher has been used as a sacrificial lamb to see where he's at. And what we've seen is following a slow start, he is more than capable, and that will put everybody else in this group on watch. And he's being forced here to take out a 1-4-1 to win it. He's not going to, and so Guevara, providing he stays straight, will get a dart to win this game.
So the 60, so it's 2 darts at double 8. Surely, what a marker.
Game show on the match.
Well, the perfect marker and the perfect start to life for the Live Lounge for Ram Guevara. He gets the better of Graham Usher by 3 legs to 2 to get his Double Trouble 4 campaign off to a perfect start. That's how the game went statistically. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we're going to see Devon Petersen. He's come down from the commentary box. He's going to play on the stage. He takes on Steve West on the other side of these commercial messages from your commercial partners.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie require 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls of this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
require
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
required
hockey with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think
require
he's gone to
118.
bust it, maybe. The first title he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
Charlie
Threw the entire body into that one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go!
Couldn't get the job
Yes!
done.
The match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Welcome back. We're at Double Trouble 4 here in the live lounge in Portsmouth. And before the break, we saw Guevara of the United States of America get the better of Graham Usher by 3 legs to 2. So 1 win, 1 defeat for the Americans so far tonight. Alex Spelman going down in the last leg decider against Steve West. So we're going to see again here against Devon Petersen, the African warrior who enjoyed this afternoon in the commentary box so much he wanted to go and play tonight, having just recently lost his global championship crown up against West, the 50-year-old from Waterlooville, 5-time weekly winner, but's never won a specials week before. Has played in double trouble in the past, has played in international pairs, and it is my pleasure to be in the company of the 2014 World Youth Champion and cricketing knowledge extraordinaire Keegan Brown. And whilst you can't come up with an answer to why Ollie Pope decided to absolutely send one to mid-on, you can give us the answer as to who's going to win this game.
I'm going to sit on the fence for this one because I think this is such a tight one to call where, you know, Devon's got a lot of years on the Pro Tour. Westy had a lot of years on the Pro Tour. And I think, do you know what? It's one of these sort of games where we would have wanted to watch this on the Pro Tour. And yeah, I think, I think with Dev, it's all about how he starts, in my opinion. And, you know, Westy's going to be confident. You know, he played really solid there his first match against Alex. And, you know, for Dev, he's had to wait a good 3 matches to get the ball rolling as such.
Yeah, it was here at the B of the Bang this morning. Dev commentating on Group C.
96.
We had a good laugh earlier on this morning, but
60.
I'm not saying that Keegan gets easily offended by me, but we've got reinforcements just in case.
125.
Secret Santa gone rogue, I think it is.
To be fair, it was the best Secret Santa I've ever received.
Now, Keegan was received a
60.
Secret Santa present earlier, and have a look at that. And that might well be a response
38.
to your antics on stage when you won your week.
Yeah, a bit emotional, wasn't it? But nobody can take me, can take that week away from me, can they?
60.
And just think, when you win again, you know that you've got a handkerchief handy. By the way, what did you give somebody else for Secret Santa?
161.
Because my producer's wondering.
He's getting his present tomorrow.
93.
So Petersen 106.
Devon Car 106.
So Devitt, looking at the 54 for 32. It's going to go down the bottom. Don't know if he's going to go 45 or 57.
36. Supercar 68.
So 68 for West to take the lead. 16 for the double, or 8 for tops. Split the difference.
52.
But not
Devon
find the
Car
double.
70.
If there's one thing I'm surprised about Westy in this match so far is he's going for tops to kick off the legs, but then he's going for 32 to finish the legs off.
50. Supercar 16.
Well, 8-8 won him his opening match against Spelman. And
Yeah,
Double
sure,
Eight's going to
first
win
leg
in the first leg
Steve
there with a break of throw against Petersen. 1 up.
Second leg Steve to throw first. Game on.
You can also get in contact with us this evening. We are at MSS Darts on our social media channels. And actually, in the break tonight,
80.
in our match, in the break between our matches, a few of us who have been working here, you've got involved. Scott Mitchell's got involved. Jared Cole's got involved.
16.
A couple of our backstage team too have got involved with our Premier League picks. Yes, it gets earlier and earlier every year. So if you
100.
have an idea as to who you think the 8 players are going to be that are playing in the 2026 Premier League, then do get in touch with us. It's at MSS Darts.
81.
It's probably going to be 8 players again. It's not confirmed, but we're going to go under the proviso that's the case.
It won't be the first year they do 16 players.
140.
I reckon 16's a bit too big. Because the problem is you've got to alternate venues, and I'm sure that the venues themselves will want the likes of Littler and Humphreys to be booked in, where they don't want that alternatively. Now, that was a jelly
60.
flight. That wibbled and wobbled all over the bottom plate of the treble bed.
Yeah, I'm not too sure if that's a loose point or a loose
90.
combo, flying stem, but we'll see it again, see if it's, you saw the wibble wobble there.
121.
That's a good recovery there for 1-2-1.
91.
So Westy here, looking at 51. And it's double 16, and he does so.
Game shown the second leg Steve West.
This is solid stuff from Steve.
Third leg
2-0
Devon
to the
throw
goods.
first. Game on.
Average a shade under 80, which in real terms is basically a 90 average, because in a Grand Prix double start format, there's effectively a 10-point discrepancy in terms of the averages. Petersen eventually off last start. West off first start. And he's off to a fast start.
120.
But not quite a perfect start.
You know, and that's the thing with West. Once he gets into his rhythm, he's very hard to break.
100.
To be fair to Dev, he's not done a lot wrong in this match. You can tell he wasn't happy with that dart.
45.
And what will irk him is the fact that it's given Petersen an opening after what was a very positive start to the leg for him, 120 off. And Petersen beginning to find it in the scoring
140.
stakes. That 140 means he takes charge of the leg, putting the issue back upon rest against the throat.
I thought that second dart should have been that 19s
80.
there. Dev now looking at 19s.
61.
That's unlucky that. So good opportunity here for Westy to a two-treble visit. Like that first bang on cue.
140.
So just like that, then the momentum swings again in this leg from Petersen to West.
100.
Ton leaves him on a
Supercar 116.
2 dart away. Should at least get a dart of the double if he gets a look. Couldn't find the triple 19, which would have
76.
given him the
WK
opportunity
68.
of having a go at tops. He has got there eventually, but is he going to get a look at it? Because Petersen's got 2 at double 4 to save the match. And that guide is perfect. And he
Game shown
uses
the
it
third leg,
sublimely
Petersen.
into the top corner and eventually into the contest.
Fourth leg
Back
Steve
to
to throw
2-1
first.
and West
Game
now
on.
throwing to get the job done.
You know, how many times do you see that where
No score.
you leave yourself a double for the match and your opponent takes it out last start?
112.
See, one thing I can't fault Dev in that throw without a shadow of doubt, but I'm very surprised how he goes for the 32, hits the 32, and goes back up to the 20s. I
60.
thought to keep your eye in that sort of area of the board, I thought the 19s might be a handy route. But what do I know? I'm sat here commentating with you.
Well, he was commentating this afternoon, so
140.
It's all right, Keeks. You've won a week this year.
60.
As did Dev. As did our spotter tonight.
81.
So you're the only one that's not won a week then, Henrys.
No, but that's not really a surprise, is it?
140.
I'll be honest, I usually end up legless.
That's what Binksy said. But yeah, it's to be fair to Dev, he doesn't slip this away.
43.
Because he's only about 100 and just over 100 in front of Westy, but Westy's more than capable going 180 or even 145. Bang on cue. So this 125, you feel has to go. Oh, what a perfect first start. Oh, you knew it was going to happen.
The problem was it was too inviting. But what it has done is invited Steve West back to the board to win this game 3-1. Look at it, 61. Double 18. 2 9s for 2 wins out of 2, but just on the inside. 16. And so Petersen back to ensure that all 3 games tonight gone all the way to the last leg decider.
And we're
going to go the distance. Now, Steve West led this game 2-0. He was also hauled back and pegged back by Spelman. But he was able just to hold it together in those clutch moments.
92.
However, Petersen has dug something out there.
You know, and that's that word, isn't it? Begins with them, and it's that momentum.
No score.
Swung from one player back to another. And Devon, he would fancy his chances. You know, even if he took 60 from here, or even potentially 59.
45.
But straight away, he's over 100 in front, with Steve needing a double to start.
No score.
Is this the one that's slipping away for Steve West? Peters has grown into this game, and that there's absolutely no doubt, but he's also at the same time been presented with these
82.
kind of gilt-edged opportunities.
It almost feels like Devon needs Steve to be with him, or just either slowly behind him or slowly in front of him to keep that sort of rhythm going.
Well, if Steve West isn't careful, he could be on the other end of a Basil.
28.
40.
A Basil brush. Boom, boom! There it is!
I don't think I've ever seen a dart player so annoyed that the leg's not even won yet, and he's shaking his head. But yeah, Dev knows he needs to kick on now, because this could be a very good opportunity. Miss gone.
40.
Because we know Westy from this opportunity, he can go easily 2 trebles or even the 3 trebles.
Well, we have seen incredible
100.
comebacks in Grand Prix legs before. Mark Dudbridge infamously did it.
$100. $27. Devon
So it's 114 for Dev. So he's looking at treble 20. So it's 53 left, so it should be 13 for tops.
74.
So Westy needs a ton. Yeah, that's a good 140 there.
Devon
For Dev, 3 darts at tops. That looked like a very unlikely win.
Getting shown the match.
Well, he was 2-0 down in that game, Devon Petersen, but he's valued off 3 on the spin to win 3-2. Much to the frustration of Steve West, who thought his night was going to get off to a perfect start, winning 2 from 2. That's how the game statistically went, and the mean return in a moment's time. Here we've got Alex Spelman up against Ram Guevara.
And welcome back to the Modus Super Series Double Treble Week, where we will now see the Battle of America, North Carolina against Texas, with Alex Spelman taking on Ram. And I think, do you know what, there's going to be a very interesting game where, you know, these two would have seen each other a lot on the CDC and obviously a lot of the Saturday leagues out in the States. And, you know, what a game for our viewers out in America to watch two of their best playing against each other.
America! Anyway, less of that, the better.
Looks like Alex to throw first.
But yeah, two American combatants going head-to-head here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. And for Alex Spelman, one of the shining lights of the CDC over the course of the last, 3-4 years or so.
No score.
Ram Guevara, somebody very much making his name in that particular circuit, that particular system. And you have seen some Americans this year do some really good things.
No score.
We saw Adam Zavada throw the first dart of Super Series action in 2025. We saw him beat Matt Campbell at the World Championship last night. Takes on another Super Series regular in Charlie Manby, the reigning Super Series champion, no less. And I'm sure the high intensity that the Super Series brings has brought both players' games on
43.
for their appearance at Ali Pali.
Do you know, and I couldn't agree with you any further there, Henry. You know, you think a lot of the North American players, they obviously play really well. They come across here to the Modus, and, you know, let's be honest, this is the first true stage in front of the cameras and the lights that they actually experience here in the UK.
Well, it's interesting because, as you say, the stage sets something that's a little bit brand new, although you got things now like the Cross-Border Challenge, the Continental Cup, which is played in front of streams, played on stages, played in front of people now, which wasn't there before. But the other point to make is in terms of the round-robin play, a lot of the European-based players will say that 5 matches in a day or 4 matches in a day in this Group B case is a little bit too much. This, for the players out in the North American region, this is a drop in the ocean because they're used to playing, 7-8 games in a day, because they travel so far and wide that they've got to condense the schedule as much as they can for the weekends they're playing at tournaments.
Yeah, 100%. And, you know, I've gone out to the States a couple of times and played darts, and they literally wake up, competition starts at 9 a.m. and it doesn't stop until 7. And that's not just one competition, there's 8 competitions from 5-1 to cricket to pairs, triples, the lot.
87.
Yeah, so the Americans definitely know, well, the North Americans, should I say, they definitely know how to play darts for a good length of time in the day.
41.
So top Spelman to take the opening leg, and no mistake at all. Spelman one up in the All-America battle.
Second leg Ram to throw first. Game on.
I mean, you spent a bit of time, didn't you, out in the United States early on this year? You were at MSG, am I right in saying, for the US Darts Masters? I
122.
mean, from your perspective and speaking to people that you know out there, where do they say the game currently is at in that North American region, America, Canada, et al.?
Yeah, I think it's, you know, the expression of a lot of dart players and dart fans out in North America, both in, you know, the US and Canada, is darts hasn't been in better shape. And, you know, and obviously our
55.
North American viewers now can watch the Modus Super Series exclusively live on, you know, Pluto TV. And, you know, what a thrilling time, you know, to watch the darts at Christmas. You know, it's absolutely fantastic. But
60.
You know, to be fair, I was very fortunate to go to MSG, and it was the best atmosphere I've ever experienced for a game of darts. And, you know, that's credit to, you know, the players,
60.
the people behind, you know, darts in America that's got behind it, invested a lot of time and, you know, resources, and it's absolutely second to none out there. And yeah, and this is why you are getting
100.
You know, only about 4 or 5 years ago, we wouldn't know who Alex Spelman was. You know, before tonight, most of us wouldn't know who Ram was. And, you know, it's given players the opportunities nowadays
85.
where they can come across and show the talents.
And I suppose the other thing as well is now visibility in terms of it being more accessible. So things like this deal with Pluto TV out in America. I know the World Championships is being streamed on Peacock for the first time this year. And I remember speaking to Jeff Smith last week, and he said the biggest problem that you've got is the sport isn't readily available.
99.
So how can
Alex
you sell this sport to
121.
younger people if they've not got access to watch it, or the access to watch it isn't well known? As Spelman here looks at the ball for 1-2-1.
96.
25
Run
wire.
your car 80.
So Ram here, looking for the 80 checkout. So it'd be 20 for tops.
40.
That's unlucky
Alex
there.
your car 25.
So you feel Alex should be 2-0 up after this leg.
Getting shot on
He
the
does
second
so.
leg, Alex Spelman.
Yeah, really taking charge here, and he could be the first player
Third
to
leg, Alex to throw first. Game on.
beat Ram in this building. Now, if you look at the game so far tonight, they've all gone 3-2 with the players throwing first. If Spelman wins this and then
97.
Usher wins the next against Devon Petersen, then you'll have all 5 players tied on 2 points following the first half's worth of play this evening.
40.
You couldn't split the lot of them.
100%. And it's been such a good night at darts so far. And, you know, going back to what we were just saying about
100.
darts being made available in America, and, you know, you have to remember now across North America, you know, me and Alex, we share the same
95.
sponsor out in obviously Long Island. And do you know what? Obviously, the week that we launched out in America was Thanksgiving, so it's the first time that my sponsor had actually watched me play
50.
this year on Pluto TV. So yeah, it was brilliant, and obviously she's now got the same opportunity of watching obviously Alex tonight on Pluto TV.
Yeah, very good evening.
85.
And it is early evening tea time back in the United States to everybody that is tuning in. In fact, welcome to everybody that's tuning in wherever you're watching from. Do let us know where you're tuning in. Do send us
41.
a message. We're at MSS Darts, and I tell you what, the best place that you're tuning in from this evening, we're going to give a shout out live on air. So do tweet us at MSS Darts, and
140.
anywhere exotic you're watching from this evening, we'll let you know. And we'll give you a shout out this evening.
70. Ramnikar
So you feel
141.
maybe that slip into the 5s. It's made a bit horrible, but Ram's got other ideas here. So it's 62 left. Should be looking at treble 10 to leave 32, and he does so. It's brilliant
109.
darts there.
Alex Yakar 143.
So it's 57 for 32. So it's double 16 for the match.
111.
Would have been some way to see it. And I love that
Ramnikar
move because
52.
you go to the top of the board and then you're coming down and then moving across to the side. Guevara 32 to stay in the game. Double 8 has to be on target.
24.
Just drifts wide to the
Alex Yakar
inside.
52.
And so Spelman here will return for 32 to wrap it up. Double 8 now. Can he just knock that in?
16.
Well, that's what he tried to do. He
Ramnikar
tried to
8.
bump it over dart 2, but he caressed it wide to the left. And so Guevara looking at double 4 to keep himself in the match.
Game
And he
shot on the
does
third
so
leg,
just
Ram
about.
Guevara.
Back to 2-1, then importantly a break.
And what do we say
Fourth leg
in
Ram
the
to throw
Devon
first.
and
Game on.
Steve's game previous where, you know, Westy was 2-0 up. Devon took it out in the third dart. And obviously that changed the momentum. And, you know, one thing I've noticed about Alex's
score.
game tonight, there's a little bit more head shaking going on at the back of the stage.
Where are we in terms of the momentumometer at this present moment in time in this game, Keeks?
See, to me, I think
No score.
is even pegging at the moment, you know, because I think obviously Alex is 2-2-1 up. Neither player's got off, so, well, until that moment. But, you know, I think actually Alex might just be creeping it.
37.
But I think these are a big 3 darts here from Alex. He needs to get off. And he does so. It's a brilliant dart.
60.
Well, that was actually the perfect guide for Spelman, that first start, was just able to bump it off the barrel. And he hasn't really done
100.
too much damage, if the truth be told, or not too much damage has been done in return by Guevara, because, well, that first dart's gaping. absolutely gaping for bedfellows.
180.
Never was a match more nailed on than that. You could just see from dart 1, sat perfectly on the bottom of the bed. And now Guevara really is under
76.
it.
Well, now that momentum swings back to Alex, doesn't it? So it should be going back up.
91.
That's good darts there to leave 170.
He's beginning to find gears here, Spelman.
So 148.
100. Alex
he's
Car,
doing within the leg.
170.
You feel for Alex, he needs to find a treble, and he does. Well, that's unlucky. So it's 95, looking at 19s. So we've got 76 to
94.
return. So you feel Ram needs a good 2 treble visit.
Well, that first dart's sat perfectly.
100, thank you. Alex Car, 76.
For the match, 76. 20 for tops. Does he like the lie? Does he like the guide? No,
36.
he doesn't.
Ramyakar, 88.
So we'll be looking at 18 for the bullseye. So it's bullseye to make it 2 apiece.
49. Alex Car, 40.
So this, to wrap it up, it's double top for Spelman.
Game shot of the
Double
match,
top it
Alex
is
Spelman.
for Alex Spelman, and it means that the 4 players very first in the first 4 games have all won. And it means that Graham Usher beats Devon Petersen in a few moments' time. We are on it even in this group. That's how the game went statistically. After the break, we're going to see Usher and Petersen.
He
You will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have
Graham
one dart.
requires 20.
Graham Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit!
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at tops for the match to win 4-1. And he Dart at double 16 gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Kaplas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He is 2 darts away
Jeff requires 86.
from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Shot. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion,
We are at the live lounge tonight for the Modus Super Series. Like we are most nights, to be perfectly honest with you. Before the break, Alex Spelman got the better of Ram Guevara by 3 legs to 1. Match number 5 sees Devon, Petersen and Graham Usher go head-to-head. Now, if Graham wins this game, then all 5 of the opening matches would have gone with throw, and it would mean that we would be as you were in the table, because you'd have all 5 players tied on 2 points in this particular group. Well, tonight, Keegan, I think it's fair to say that we've had our fair share of sweet treats. But now, for these two,
Graham to throw first. Game on.
It is all business, and for Graham, it's to get on the ball for the first time tonight.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, isn't it, to remember where
45.
You know, Graham's first match, he was 2-0 up. Dev was 2-0 down. One managed to win. The other man managed to lose.
No score.
So to me, it's you know, how do you change that sort of momentum?
41.
Well, obviously, Graham wants to change it as quickly as he can, and Dev just wants to keep riding it out.
Riding the wave. Wave after wave. Wave after wave. Slowly drifting.
Hopefully into another double.
100.
That's a good, you know, Graham's just doing what he does. That's a good 32 from Dev to get off.
40. 66. 65.
That's right. Devon's addressed the wobbly dart.
140.
Well, that went between the posts.
$55. Graham McCarr, 109.
So 109 for Graham. I nearly called him Keegan then.
46.
Might have been bald in the northeast, but I definitely wasn't bald in
60.
Scarborough.
Graham McCarr, 63.
And to be fair, Graham Usher's involved in a bit of a battle for Scarborough's #1. He has constantly
23.
been the best player in Scarborough for a number of years. However, he does have competition for that Scarborough #1 spot.
186.
As
Graham
the
McCarr,
many
40.
years of African #1 Devon Petersen piles in a max. Usher looking at double 10. Gets double 10 and gets on the board. Yes, Graham Usher's got a race to be the best from Scarborough. Because this year, him and a certain Samuel Spivey, a.k.a. Spivey Man.
No score.
Well, they're duking it out for the honours of best in Scarborough. Both have won a week this year. Both have now made a series
100.
final. Usher losing to Whitehead. Spivey Man losing to Jensen Walker. So there is a bit of a joust to see who's going to be the best from that particular part of the world. However, we might not see Sam here next year because he's one that's very much on the tour card radar, I think.
Is that along with your other 562 predictions to get a tour card next year?
37.
I think he's very much up there. I really do. I rate Sam highly. I really do. I think he's a brilliant player. He really is.
140.
That's a good reply there from Dev.
180.
I might put you on my radar as well.
No, please don't. It's too much pressure.
43.
Put it this way, I give you more chance than Jared Cole. But I do think you both get a card.
123. Graham McCarr, 160.
So Graham it wants to keep it flat.
100.
That's a good 60.
Graham McCarr, 161.
You feel for Dev needs to go. maybe looking at 25.
90.
That's a good switch
Green
there.
car 60.
Leave 71.
Oh my goodness, that is a mess. An absolute
20.
mess with Graham Usher.
Car 71.
I mean, that was cataclysmic from the gambler. But Petersen here has a chance to mop up the pieces if he can pin double 16. And pin double 16 he does. And we're back on level terms. We are at 1-1.
To through first. Game on.
And that's the thing with Dev. He's the player that you can't give an opportunity because he will take it.
No score.
So you feel now Dev just going, do you know what? Let's kick the leg off. And do you know what? Double 7's just as good as double 16.
94.
Well, what Usher can afford to do is
40.
make what happened at the end of the previous leg derail him. He's done well, actually, to find that double top with his last dart there.
Do you know what? One thing
95.
about Dev you must admire tonight is, you know, he's not kicked off the way that he would like to kick off in the 2 matches
100.
so far, but he's never gave up. Every time there's an opportunity, he's always taken it, and he's always, you know, obviously got the win against Steve, and, you know, like here, Graham missed that, obviously that chance in the second leg, and Petersen took full opportunity.
85.
Well, he's got 6 on 227.
140.
And that was irrespective of whether Usher hit a max or not with that particular turn. But what the 140 does is it makes Petersen set up well here.
60.
And by failing to do that and leaving himself on 167, all of a sudden Usher's opened up the door for himself. And if there's one thing he can do, is even if his doubling needs a bit to be desired, he can score his way out of jail.
So looking for 57, going back up there to leave 28.
80. Green car 98.
So this 98 could be a bit awkward. Is he going to go for it?
Game shown
He
the third
does.
leg, Graham Usher.
No mistake. Usher 2-1 to the good.
Fourth leg, Devon to throw first. Game on.
Where things really could have got a little bit spiky for the Scarborough man.
32.
Manages to eventually find a double there. Dev.
40.
So both players managed to go off with their first throw.
$60. 121.
1-2-1 there from Graham. Puts a little bit of pressure on Dev on this throw. Let's have Alkid as roaring back into this contest.
140.
That's a good 140. This is the thing, you know, I was saying earlier about players when they start getting
100.
to a bit of a rule of rhythm, they're so hard to stop. And Dev is definitely one of them players.
44.
Well, Usher will begin to feel now that he's broken the back of this game. 6 of 240 to cross the
60.
threshold, a 3-1 winner. But that 60 again just opens up the window of opportunity for Dev.
83.
Big pick off there with the last.
That dart was massive. It depends what Graham does it. He would be happy with a tad.
60. Devon car 142.
So it's 142. He does. What way is he going? So it's double 11 for a 142.
120.
Well,
Devon car
that
120.
on the outside means that Usher's got an outside chance of the 120. Oh, no, he's done it again. I don't
80.
believe
Devon
it.
car 22.
Well, 22 for 2-2.
Could be a bit of an awkward marker.
No score. Devon car 40.
Well, he's got the dart at tops. He's got
Game
3 of
shown
them.
the
He
match
only
game,
needs
Usher.
the one to get over the line. Well, at times it was a little bit questionable, but Graham Usher's won, and it means that all 5 players in this group find themselves on 2 points to the halfway stage of the night's action. And this is how Graham Usher did it. A 3-1 win over Devon Petersen. Next up, Steve West takes on Guevara. Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius? Yes. Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Labanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison!
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor!
Time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series champion, retaining his title, the Nuke, Luke Littler! So, we are at the halfway point of the evening here, a double trouble form. Before the break, we saw Graham Usher get the better of Devon Petersen by 3 legs to 1. And it means that every single player in this group, incredibly, is tied on 2 points. Now, Alex Spelman leads the table based on alphabetical order. And then Graham Usher in second spot with both +1 legs difference. Steve West, a 0 legs difference, and Devon Petersen around Guevara -1 in that particular department. We're going to see West and Guevara go head to head next, and unsurprisingly, the winner of this will be the first player on to 4 points in this particular group. But Steve West will probably think that he should be on that particular mark because he won his first match against Alex Spelman 3-2, was 2-0 up on Devon Petersen in his second match before then losing that particular tie by 3 legs to 2. So it's a case, Keegan Brown alongside me in commentary, of getting back on the horse if you're Steve West and putting that particular disappointment behind you.
Yeah, I think that's the thing, is how quick you can bounce back. And to be fair to West, he has played well. It just, you know, it was about that momentum, wasn't it, in his previous match where obviously Dev took out the 68 where Westy was sat on tops for the match. So, you know, sometimes you do feel a bit unlucky because, you know, you set it up and your opponent took the chance before you did.
Ram
100.
out first visit.
Surely.
No score.
He couldn't get any closer, could he?
I thought you were going to say it can't go on like this, Keegs.
$40.
Well, it can't go on like this, can it? Oh, he's got bull. He's got bull. Just for confirmation, Steve West went for the bull. Steve, bull, wasn't he a player for Wolves once upon a time?
I think he was, yeah. But, you know, looking back at the action now, Ramsey hitting the board. It'd be ironic, would it be, at 160?
160.
He's on a 9. No, sorry.
30.
Can we pretend he's on a 9?
No.
Okay, maybe not, because he's hit one into the single.
100.
To be fair, he's only been on for the last 6 starts, and what a 6 starts visit he's had. Ramirez trying to find any momentum.
81.
I think that treble 20 there was massive, wasn't it?
Well, this is what you could do with this format, is if you can get away and you can power score, you can catch up with your opponent if your opponent's not doing too much, having got away just that little bit quicker than you.
91. Run the car 150.
And both players have left themselves on 150, and I reckon both of these players are going to go 2 different ways for it. Guevara went for the treble 19. I reckon Steve West
98.
may well have a little look at the bull. Is he going to have a look? Of course he's not going to have a look.
Henry put the Jonas on it.
60. Run the car 52.
So ram it for 52 to break. So 2 darts at double top. And he gets
the first leg, Ram Guevara.
Ram.
Second leg, Ram to through first.
1 up.
Game on.
Break in hand in this particular contest.
Yeah, that's a good double top there.
60.
Even though Steve only hit 60 there, he'd be happy that he was off within 3 darts. Because we know with darts, it's all about the confidence, isn't it?
Well, even if you just get away last start in hand, you're just in the leg, aren't you? You're not loitering around, chasing around, scampering around. It was interesting that Richie Bennett earlier on today was going double 13 to begin leg, straight down the pipe, straight down the middle. Well, you know what I mean, down the central area of the board at least anyway. And the reasoning for it was he knows that it's a central part of the board. If he misses either side, anything's just going to get him in.
26.
And maybe sometimes if you're just lacking that little bit of confidence when it comes to the scoring exchanges, that might well be a decent tactic to deploy.
177.
Absolutely fantastic darts there from Ram. Going to leave 24 after 12, double 1.
43. Ram the car 24.
So it could be our shortest leg of the night.
12.
Well, not to be, but he's got acres of time. This has been a really good performance. Prior to those 3 misses on the double 12, he was averaging in excess of 90 there, Ram. And I should say, anything we mentioned the 10-point discrepancy, effectively that's a ton plus average for Guevara in scoring real-time terms.
Six.
He was caught in 2 minds there. One moment he thought, right, I'm going to bust this, and another moment he thought, go for the double 3, and it looks like he thought now he's hit it, he's missed it, that he should have thought otherwise. And now that West has piled the pressure on, leaving 74, Will he feel the heat? Well, he splits. And now he's in the madhouse.
4. Steve Carr 74.
74 for Westy. So it'll be 42 for 32.
42. Ramnikar 2.
And now it's Steve West's turn to bodge a few chances on the outer ring. And so Guevara back for the madhouse.
No score.
But
Steve
he
Carr 32.
pulls it inside. West back for 3 more. Guevara, incidentally, here 1 from 10 in terms of his finishing doubles in this game.
Getting shot on the second leg,
And he's
Steve
been
West.
punished to the hilt. 1-1.
Third leg, Steve to throw first. Game on.
You know, I do think when he had six left, I think he was hesitating to bust it or to throw for it. And I think sometimes when you're in two minds, it takes your
60.
your mind off the game just for that split second. And obviously Westy then hit the 1-3-4 that led him into the leg.
You got to cancel out opportunities when you
No
can,
score.
and I wonder whether that decision to go for the double free is something that may well ravage Ram's mind.
80.
Remember, this is game 6 of 10 that we're
70.
broadcasting to you tonight. And don't forget as well, we're going through our Premier League predictions now. A few of us earlier on this evening got involved. You put yours in, Keegs. I put mine in as West piles in a max. And I'll tell you what, in the next leg, we will go through our selections. Some intriguing ones in there.
Let's be honest, as long as
140.
Newcastle finishes above Sunderland, that's all that matters.
And you've got a job to do that, pal, after Sunday. I'll tell you what a header that was from Nick Voltemada.
141.
Anyway, West tops after 12. He's
95.
really
Steve
beginning
Carr,
to
40.
pull the punches in this contest. Double 10. It's
Getting shown
found,
the third
top
leg,
corner,
Steve
West
West.
2 onto the good. Right. So these are our predictions then, or our eight,
Fourth leg
our
round to
8
throw
players
first.
that we've
Game
put
on.
into the Premier League. We've we've got 6 out of 8 between us. So we've gone with the top 4 in the world getting an automatic pick. So Littler, Humphreys, Van Gerwen, Bunting all get in.
No score.
I've then picked Gerwin Price, Josh Rock, Jan van Veen, and Danny Noppert in the 8. Although I think the 8th one could be a wild card depending on
40.
who does what at the Worlds. Now, Noppert could also get into the top 4 with a good World Championship, so I've kind of played it safe there. You've gone Gezi Price, Jan van Veen,
50.
James Wade, and Johnny Clayton. Would you care to explain your calculations, Keeks?
60.
Well, the thing is, let's be honest, I think it's all on the world, isn't it? And I think with Gian, I think it's absolutely fantastic. He won obviously the World Youth and then the European
90.
Championship, and do you know what? He deserves it. He deserves the spot, in my opinion. And you know, listen to a couple of interviews. Obviously, Price is really up for this World. You know, so was Johnny. But the one that always gets me is Wade. You know, to be
100.
that good for over 20 years now, and the top 16 of the PDC. You know, Wadey's one of them people where when he's got his mind to it, he sets
62.
himself a goal, he just keeps doing it. He just keeps doing it. He finds, things where players, don't, and he always does well when he
91.
wants to do well, if that makes sense.
I do think that there's a spot available to somebody who has a good run at the World Championship. I do think there's a spot, I don't know about you, that's very open for interpretation at these World
99.
Championships.
Is that somebody running away from the Wasp?
Well, if it's based on somebody doing damage to the Wasp, then David Munya is basically a guaranteed
60.
pick. Now, Steve is left 150 to win this contest. We'll go through some of our other teams' predictions in the
60.
next game.
Steve Carr 150.
For this to win it for West, 150. Does he do it with some showman style? Yes, he does. And then finds a ball with dart 2, puts himself in a good position.
92.
When he comes back, or should he come back, shall I say, looks at 58, single to double. And it is going to be when rather than if he gets the job done if he finds his 58.
60. Steve Car 58.
So it's big fate 18 for double top.
Getting
Westy
shown the
gets
match,
it.
Steve West.
And that, a 3-1 win. It means that he's the first player on the 4 points, and you can see the smile on his face. He's playing some decent stuff tonight, Steve West. He still will be the first to admit it's not the absolute peak A game, but it's enough to cause damage. Ram Guevara, well, it kind of went wrong, didn't it, after he went for a double free when his opponent wasn't on a finish. He then bodged a load of darts at a double, and West pinched that leg. He then won the match, didn't he, by 3 legs to 1. So that 3-1 to Steve West. Coming up after the break, we're going to watch Alex Spelman up against Graham Usher. Do join us for that on the other side of this short break.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie required 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls of this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score. Leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
required
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts. But he'll be coming back.
It's a moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
required
Oki with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone.
Georgia
I think he's gone to
118.
bust it, maybe. The first title he wanted 20. He went 6-7-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust. And
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even
9.
able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire
required
body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's given George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy.
Go
Couldn't get the job
it.
done.
Got in the match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Hello again, my friends, and welcome back to the Modus Super Series live on Pluto TV. So, before the break, we saw Steve West get the better of Ram Guevara by 3 legs to 1. Game number 7 sees Alex Spelman take on Graham Usher. Now, you know I like some patterns and trends, Keegs, and not just as a trend of every player on the left-hand side of the draw bracket win first, but also the trends of the first 6 games. The first 3 all went 3-2. The last 3 have all gone 3-1. So if that trend is to continue, then the next 3 all go by 3 legs to 0. And the last one, well, you can make it up however you want.
Yeah, and you know what's going to happen. There'll be a 3-0 win here for someone.
Looks like Alex to throw first. Game on.
Yeah, but in all serious, there's a lot on the line for this match here. And I think there's one thing I do admire about both these players. Both their darts land very flat.
36.
Considering they're very long darts, if that makes sense.
The nowadays understated art of stacking is very much going to be in play in this particular contest.
That's a brilliant dart there from Alex.
135.
Well, Usher now also in the leg.
80.
I think as well, these two have been playing each other all week so far, and they know what each other can do.
180. 100. Alex Ricard, 150.
That's a fantastic dart. Another 57 leaves double 18. That's unlucky. So it's treble 14.
87.
63. But he's got at least another 3 darts. Especially if Graham leaves his handy, and he does.
180. Alex Ricard, 63.
So it'd be 19 for the ball. 19 for tops.
23. Graham Ricard,
Pings the top wire, and it's hopeful that Usher doesn't take out the 141, but it's on. Treble 19. Does it get? And so Spelman is going to get
89.
another 3 at the
Alex
top
Ricard,
of the
40.
shop to put himself on the board in this game. Double 10. In off. In off.
Getting shown the first
And on the
leg,
board is Alex Spelman. 1 up.
Second leg, Graham to throw first. Game on.
Now, we did promise you some more of our team's Premier League predictions.
63.
Scott Mitchell's got involved, and he's not gone too far for what you put, Keegs. Littler, Humphreys, MVG, Bunting. He's gone Josh Rock in there. Going Price, Jan Van Veen, and James Wade has Scotty Dog.
139.
We also asked Jared Cole. In fact, him and our brilliant, esteemed producer Robbie have gone with the same picks here for their 8. Must have been copying each
85.
other's homework. So, Littler, Humphreys, MVG, Bunting, and JC has gone with Rock, Van Veen, Clayton, and Price. That would be a solid 8.
But what a response from Alex here.
180.
Back to back 180s for both
Graham Ricard,
players.
119.
So it's 62. Should be looking at a big 12. So it's the bullseye to go 1-1.
94. Alex Ricard, 121.
It's treble 17 for the ball. He'd be annoyed with that dart.
83. Graham Ricard, 25.
So Usher here, 25 to square the game up at 1 apiece. He's got 2 darts at 2-8s. Potential 14, maybe 15 darter.
Getting shot on
The
the
double
second
four's
leg,
pinned,
Usher.
and Usher's back on terms. We're level at 1 apiece.
Third leg, Alex to throw first. Game on.
Well, looking at the numbers in this game, Spelman averaging 96.4, and that's going to stay around that level. Haven't got off first dart. Usher 95 on the nose.
120.
Now, you're probably wondering, have we ever seen a 9 darter at Double Trouble? The answer's no, but we have
60.
seen a bullseye missed for the magical 9 in this competition. John Henderson clipping it, grazing it by a nose in Double Trouble 2.
42.
But what a really competitive match this is.
180.
Absolutely unbelievable standard from both players.
5 180s in 2.5 legs in double starts.
61.
That is absolutely ridiculous. I mean, the record is 9. And that's
140.
single in, double out. Usher's on 1-2-1 after 9.
There's a potential. This might well be the best ever double start game we've ever seen here at the Live Lounge if they carry on in
41.
this type of mood.
121.
So 1-2-1 for Usher. Might look at. So it's double 8.
105.
You feel for Alex though. He's not done a lot wrong, has he, in this leg?
83.
When he's good, he's good, Graham Usher. He's putting his foot on the throttle
Gage on
here.
the third leg, Graham
13
Usher.
darts off the back of the 15. Usher's 2-1 He's got the break. He's got the darts to win the match.
Graham to through first. Game on. $100.
It's good. 100 to start leg. Puts a lot of pressure back on the Spelman throat. When you need it, it's there. Should be a good markup.
80. $100.
One thing I do have to say about Graham, he's very rat-tat-tat darts, isn't it? Such a rhythm player.
He can really leave you in a spin, can't he, when he's playing at the type of level he is now.
134.
Gets up, gets on with it, and you can be out there in a few minutes flat if you're not careful.
95.
It'd be interesting to see how he would. I don't know if he's probably played him already, but him against Ricky Evans, because I think they would just be rat-tat-tat.
Love to see him against Lauby. And that could possibly be a meeting here next year. And Spelman piles in a max. Usher still ticking above the ton.
100. Alex Kakar, 107.
Standard from both players there. So it's double top. What a game of darts this is.
Alex Spelman.
And it gets its rightful crescendo. The 107 goes. 12 darter, best of the match, best of the night. And the best game of the night is going all the way to a last leg decider. 6-1-80's in it, split 3 apiece. And they split in terms of the scoreboard. Have a look at this for a start from Spelman. Perfect start from Spelman. Usher's right under the pump now.
100.
Now whisper it quietly, Keegs. Spelman's off to a perfect start in this leg. And he's continuing. He's 4 in. He's 5 in. He's heading downstairs and he's just timed the treble 19. Well, that
81.
would have been one of the most incredible things I would have ever seen in this building. And I have seen some things, Keegan Brown, here.
Yes, you have that.
130.
That's absolutely fantastic. 72 after 9, double on. There's not a lot you can do about that, is there? The only thing you could do is hit a 9 dart.
Alex Kakar, 72.
Well, Graham Usher's averaging what was prior to this game, the highest average of the week. It may not be good enough because Spelman could have a spell of 12 followed by 11 if he finds double 12. 2-6. But he has got
60.
time.
What pressure can Graham put him under? Needs the treble, you find.
60. Alex Kakar, 12.
So there's a potential he's got 6 starts. He's double 6.
Now it gets dicey.
No
now
score.
he's dicey with
Kakar,
darting danger.
160.
And my word, would this be a sucker punch if Usher could find another and then could have subsequently
100.
found tops.
Alex Kakar,
And so
12.
Spelman is going to come back looking at double 6 to win the most encapsulating of contests. It's double 3. It's 1 left. It's 1 left. It's 1 left. But he finds it with that last dart. And Alex Spelman wins an absolute double trouble classic. What a corker of a contest that was. Both players for large swings are tipping around the ton. Usher loses despite averaging 98 in the contest. But it's Spelman who wins through by 3 legs to 2. Welcome back. 3 more games to go on this Thursday night. We're here at Portsmouth's infamous Modus Live Lounge, where we're going to watch Devon Petersen take on Ram Guevara. For Ram, it is his final appearance on his opening night here in the south coast of England. He got his night underway with a 3-2 win over Graham Usher. He then lost 3-1 to Alex Spelman before then losing out 3-1 to Steve West. Now, if the trend is going to continue, Keegs, and we're going to get every player on 4 points, Ram Guevara's got to win this one, Graham Usher's got to win the next, and Devon Petersen's got to win the one thereafter if we're going to be equilibralised across the board at the end of the opening night.
Yeah, we want to keep the homeostasis going in this group. But, you know, let's be honest. You feel, you know, we're quite early into this group for both players, and you feel this is a must-win for both players.
72.
It was interesting, Ram there. Mr. Tops went to a different target, but that target being double 16. And then all of a sudden goes double 18 and finds a double
68.
4. Now, the salient point I was trying to make was the fact that we see Robert Thornton quite a lot. If he doesn't find Tops, he'll switch target. But the switch of target will always be to double 18. So he's throwing 81. At the same part and the same portion of the board. As for Ram, if it's a double, it's there to be hit. That seems to be his
43.
His mantra tonight.
$100.
That's a good ton there from Dev. Ram it.
$60. $41.
Some wayward darts going on it. But he's making up for them 2 treble 19s.
$27.
That's a good treble 20 there.
$100.
So Devitt, he knows a 2 treble visit on the 20s would leave him tops. It could be a good marker, especially how his darts lay up. Slightly just off there.
38. Ramnikar 115.
So you feel first chance goes to Ram. So it's 95, treble 19. Going back up there. Should be going back up there for treble 20.
59. Devnikar 142. $95. Ramnikar 56.
So it's 56 here for Ram to hold on the throw in his first leg.
16. Devnikar 47.
It was his missed doubles that cost him dearly against Steve West. 1 from 10, including plentiful on that double 3. But Petersen's made a bit of a mess of it, but he can recover the situation if he finds double 80, which he can, and he gets the break. Leads 1-0 after Ram missed a couple to
first. Game on.
Go 1 up himself.
$72.
Spotter's nightmare in this leg, but what a fantastic job our spotters are doing. Absolutely ball control is second to none. These guys, what they do, absolutely fantastic.
The question I've got to ask is now it's 2 legs in a row he's hit double 4. Are they just darts lower double 18, or is he now beginning to target that particular part of the board?
100.
I think it's more of a dart at double 18, and it's just slipping in. You know, we've seen Dev do it a couple of times on 32 where it would hit the double 8 or the double 4 or double 7.
180.
Perfect 180 though.
It was that.
An echo to previous times for DP.
Devnikar 109.
So Dev, he wants to stay straight because he knows this can go a bit trickier.
19.
It's a good dart there by Ramp. Might go downstairs, and he does leave 96. So
90.
bit of pressure now, back on this 90.
Single for the bull. Treble leads double 5.
85.
Just drops
Run the
low
car,
on the
96.
inside, and so Guevara looks at 96 to break back it to level up at 1-1. Cannot find the treble, so Petersen
56.
to go
car
2 up.
5.
And to break the trend of players having one matches throwing first, double 2.
One.
That was in and out.
Run the
You can
car.
see the
see
punch
it.
mark.
You can see it. I think so a lot of people won't realise that. I'm going to talk about the dart ball
Getting
very
shown the
shortly.
second leg, Ram Guevara.
As Ram takes that second leg, you know, a lot of people don't realise
Third
that
leg
with
Ram to third
how the
first.
wires
Game
are
on.
actually stapled into the board, it's an extra, I think it's an extra about 8 mil past the surface of the board. So obviously
96.
I get it quite often. Obviously Devon, you see it there, gets it quite often, where the dart will go into the board and unfortunately it will hit that wire.
No score.
And because it hits the wire, doesn't touch itself to the board, it falls out. And everybody knows what happened to me a long time ago.
Yes.
55.
We did see last week, didn't we? Callum Goffin have a 180 bounce out the board. Maximum rejection.
112.
Which is a bit like me when I go on a blind date.
$125.
That's a good 125 there from Ram.
$41.
You feel at the moment the momentum's definitely with Ram in this match. Another one of them would make it quite easy.
105.
But he goes for the option to leave Shanghai. You know, one thing I have noticed with Ram's throwing his darts is
96.
where
Ram
his
car
flights are slightly in
120.
an odder shape, as we obviously talked about earlier. I think sometimes they're more of a hindrance. Because you know, it's not just a
60.
straight flight. If you ricochet into it, it goes anywhere.
So 60 for Ram to put himself one
140.
away in a game
Ram
which
car
actually,
60.
early on, the indications were that Devon Petersen could really take a firm grip of. Open target.
50.
That's going to have to be one thing he's going to have to sort out on Friday. 1 from 6 in this game, 1 from 10 in his game previously.
Just looking there for 16, he does. What a dart. So it's double 16 for a 1-1-2 finish.
80. Ram car 10.
Well, you could hear what Devon thought of that.
Six. Devon
Well,
car 32.
another chance.
Surely off the barrel.
16.
Well, you can see what he's
Ram
trying to do,
car
was
4.
just unable to execute it. Well, Ram Guevara is being gifted an opportunity like this. Has to take it. Can he just loop it over the top? So what he's trying to do.
No
But
score.
he's unable to execute. And so
Devon car
Petersen back for
16.
2 8s to go 2-1 up.
Getting shown the
There you
third
go.
leg,
So-
Devon Petersen. Fourth leg, Devon to throw first. Game on.
Well, we know Dev's going to go for 32, but what one is Ram going to go for?
Don't ask our spotter. He's in raptures over what
No
he's
score.
doing. Shall we just go full board? He gets double 18.
76.
Well, who would have thought in a week involving Richie Burnett that he wouldn't be the most bonkers player in terms of starting off legs, in terms of the target of
152.
execution? Now, that is a de facto perfect start. 152 with the double of the two
140.
trebles. And now Guevara's under it a bit.
It's a good 140 there from Ram.
47.
It feels like this is the type of match where both players knows how important it is to get the points and the legs on the board, and sometimes you're given the opportunity and you try too hard, and because you try too hard, it just doesn't work.
$38. Ram your car,
Ram's
160.
got time to break back and to take us all the way to a last leg decider. Can't be done now.
75.
That's a good cricket option there. A lot of North Americans play the game cricket, and they use the ball a lot in their games, especially Leonard
60.
Gates,
Ram your car,
obviously Alex
85.
Spelman.
Oh, they play cricket better than Bazball does anyway. Double top for Guevara to level up at 2-2.
45.
Surely should
60.
as well, to be fair.
Ram your car, 40.
If that was my approval, I'd have hit a 5.
Game shown the fourth leg.
But
Ram
luckily,
Guevara.
it's Ram Guevara that's throwing the darts. And he's back level at 2-2.
Fifth and final leg, Ram to through first. Game on.
What a throw to start this off. Just like his American colleague in the previous match, Alex won off 160. Ram's gone off 156 in this matter. It's like we always say, it's that word momentum and how much it swings in a game of darts. Even in the game of best of 5, how much does it swing?
60.
Well, who's going to be set fair over the set play distance? Unless, of course, you're playing in the World Masters, where it's best of 3.
56.
Now, that is a special week I want to see here. In fact, I will be imploring it when I next see the powers that be.
60.
I will be begging for it.
That'll be a good 140 there.
140.
Yeah, perfect there from Dev. It's okay, Ram's 80 in front, but he wants to leave this handy. He wants to at least, well, it might only be the 170.
50.
It won't even be that. I think this is the, excuse me, this is the sort of experience where, if you've never really played on a professional circuit, where
90.
when you get to an edge of a nervy match, you can see the darts slowly creeping out.
So, Guevara now at that point where he can get the job done, and he's hit a 105, leaves himself on 70, should be looking at something to win the match when he comes back.
Bit of steady ton from Dev.
41. Ram your car, 70.
Disaster for Devon. 70 for Guevara to win the match, 20 for Tops. He's got plenty of time.
Game shown the
Well,
match,
that
Ram
is
Guevara.
found, and that's a win for Ram Guevara. He rounds his night off a win. It means that all 8 games we have seen tonight have gone with the player throwing first. It's been incredible, this. Guevara 3, Petersen 2. And we'll see whether that trend continues when we return next.
He will be disappointed with that. He wanted to have one dart.
requires 20.
Usher wins the first game of Champions Night, and it was an absolute ripper. He hit one of them on Tops. He missed one on double 12. Which one is it? It's the hit.
Outside opportunity for Andy Hamilton. Van der Velde should be getting a match start again here. He's already had one. Mr. Dart at Tops for the match to win 4-1. And he darted double 16, gets the job done there for Jurgen van der Velde. He gets over the line with a 4-2-6.
Did he go for tops, or did he just overshoot the single? Jimmy doesn't care. Jimmy just looks to eat this up to make the semi-finals for the second time. Adam Gablas has been eliminated. Keep us guessing. This time he's trying to leave double 18. He knows best, and he takes the lead. He's 2 darts away from a Super Series final. He's 1 dart away. He doesn't need any more darts. Jeff Smith makes the Series 11 final. Is Usher losing his cool a little bit here?
Oh, absolutely. Right now, I'd say the head's gone. And you don't have long to recover. It is very, very short format darts. Vansky's halfway to victory.
He only needs 1 more. Jimmy Vansky is yet again into a Modus Super Series final.
Flashback vibes. Can Jimmy Vansky do the same? Just needs the 1 treble here on the 19s. Finds it. For the ball.
101.
Oh, unlucky. A lot of pressure on it. He's going to split it. 2 darts for double 4 for the match.
Game. Go. And the Modus Super Series 11 champion, Jeff Smith.
Hello everybody, welcome back. We've got 2 more games to go on this Thursday evening, and we're going to be watching Graham Usher and Steve West toe the hockey in this one. Now, if you've just joined us, these are the results for the evening. West 3, Spelman 2, Guevara 3, Usher 2, Petersen 3, West 2, Spelman 3, Guevara 1, Usher 3, Petersen 1, West 3, Guevara 1, Spelman 3, Usher 2, Guevara 3, Petersen 2. Spot the trend? Well, all 8 matches so far this evening have gone with the player throwing first. If that trend continues for the final couple of games this evening, all 5 players will be tied on 4 points at the top of this Group B.
And let's be honest, that's what we want, isn't it?
Sure.
We don't want a horse to be running away with the group. We want the group to be so tight.
Now,
46.
We've never had a scenario, and I know I'm going early here, Keith. I'm going early, okay? Please don't dent a man's enthusiasm. But we've never had a scenario where we've had all 5 players finish on 8 points after 2 nights. Now, we have before seen scenarios where players have been on 4 points after night 1 in the past. It seldom happens. Happened once in this building, happened once in Southampton as well. At ye oldie livey leaguey.
140. $94.
This is another one like the previous match where both players would realise how much these points will mean bar tomorrow night.
180.
And it's like Westy wants to break the curse.
Well, if anybody that wants to break the curse, it's West. Although we shouldn't really say the word break in front of Steve this week.
So it's bullseye. Oh, wow. You can see why I thought that.
61.
I can only apologise to the spot there. That was my excitement moment there.
Spotter's fault for trusting you, Keegs.
140 Supercar 40.
Well, both on tops, but who's going to be on top after the end of leg 1? The answer is
Finish on the
Steve
first
West.
leg,
He
Steve
gets the
West.
break and leads 1-0.
Second leg, Steve to throw first. Game on. No score. 120.
It was a good start there from Graham, taking full advantage. Obviously, Westy not getting off in that first rope.
80. $60. $140. $100.
It's definitely been a proper seesaw affairs tonight where we saw so many 3-2s early on.
85.
So Graham got a good opportunity, making up 1 each.
58.
Will neither player want to finish? West just looking to assert himself here.
26.
Well, he's left a finish. There is a finish. He'd be a bit more annoyed if he left 169 or 171.
Well, there's many ways to skin a cat, Keegan.
123. Supercar 170.
Luckily, he did leave a finish now.
There is shots on.
99. Supercar 40.
Tots are Usher. He breaks back, and we're equilibralised at 1 apiece.
Third leg, Graham to throw first. Game on.
The homeostasis has been restored.
56.
He's gone the old ram route there.
Off for dart 2.
60. $140. $60.
It's worth referencing that we're going to be back tomorrow afternoon for Group C's culmination from
83.
1 p.m. here on Pluto TV. Hope you can join us for that. Back tomorrow afternoon, aren't you, Keeks?
I am, yeah. I'm looking. Well, no, this afternoon.
Yes. Does that mean we get to go and enjoy a jacket potato together tomorrow between sessions?
It appears that way, doesn't it?
100.
I think it'll be a bit better than the lasagna that I had a little bit earlier on the scene, which I totally forgot that there was sides with. So I bought some garlic bread and some cheesy chips.
83. Car 122.
The last time I was here in Portsmouth, I got food poisoning, so...
And I can imagine there's a number of different restaurants that could have provided that for you.
$41. Car 32.
Usher here looking at double 16 to put himself 2-1 up in the contest. A 2-1 up he is. Now, we have had a scenario like this before in terms of a night going this pattern. Now,
100.
we did have a Group B night back in, I think it was April last year. Me and Nico were sat in commentary. The first 9 games went with the player phone first. And the player who ruined it for us? Martin Wolfie Adams.
100.
Lost to Stephen Johnston, I believe. Or I think he beat Stephen Johnston.
43.
I can't remember which way round, but That's the close I remember. Now, we have seen the 4-point thing before, but what happened on that night was the first 5 games went one side of the draw sheet and the other 5 went the other side. And so, obviously, all is foul and all is fair in that particular regard.
Graham making inroads.
180.
Even though you think Westie's in the seat, driving seat as such. Maybe looking at 25s.
140.
Staying up for the 140.
Why divert when you can just hit? Why divert when you can just hit? Double 18. Now 2 9s.
43.
Well, this is to keep up this quite ridiculous trend of every game going with throw tonight. Oh, it's inside.
10. Stevie Car 18.
And so West is back. Looking for same target at double 9, and he's brushed it inside. Double 4.
14.
And he's pulled it inside there as well. To win the match. Eventually.
No score. Stevie Car
And that's
4.
outside. Madhouse.
No score.
He's not there.
8.
Wow. What a crazy leg. What a
Getting shown the
crazy
match, Graham
end.
Usher.
But it's a win for Graham Usher. And there is a possibility that all 4 players in this group could finish on the same points overnight. The first 9 games have all gone by a 3 legs to 1 scoreline. It's Graham Usher, the winner of that one. And coming up after the break, the final game of the evening is Devon Petersen and Alex Spelman. Are you ready to lift that trophy, Darius?
Yes.
Let's do it then. Ladies and gentlemen, your Modus Super Series 9 champion is Lucky D, Darius Levanowski!
Well, what a wonderful night of darts we have seen, and we are ready. Our champion is ready, and it's trophy time. So receive the trophy. £25,000. The new Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And one more time, the 8th Modus Super Series champion, the Terminator, Marvin Van Velzen. And the new Modus Super Series champion is Andreas Dirty Harrison. And one more time, the 7th Modus Super Series champion. Give it up for Andreas Dirty Harrison.
The moment we've all been waiting for. Would you please show your appreciation for your Series 6 Modus Super Series champion, Scott Taylor.
One more time, your new Modus Super Series champion. He is Chucky. He is Jim McEwen.
So here we go then. Last game of the day. Devon Petersen was in the commentary box for the first one. He's playing in the last. He takes on Alex Spelman here. And if Devon does pick up the points in this one, then everybody on the left-hand side of the draw bracket would have won tonight. And it would mean that every single player would be on 4 points this evening. Now, incredibly, Devon Petersen is bottom of this group. However, if he was to win this match, he'd be joint top. Now, he wouldn't be top of the table because he lost his meeting to Graham Usher 3-1. If it was to be a... sorry, no, tell a lie. Sorry, I forgot. It's first to 3.
Come on, Henry.
First rule.
No score.
Remember the format. Shall I... So basically,
No,
I've just been told he can finish either second, fourth or bottom as a result of this game. Wins it, depending on margin, it'll be fourth. In fact, can't he finish in all 3 positions?
What a start there from Dev. Even though he missed the first 3 darts, he's definitely capitalised. Let's be honest with Alex. He had that 92 average in the last match, and that was the biggest winning average you've seen tonight.
Yeah, that Spelman Usher game was a absolute corker of a contest. A game which saw 6 180s, both players having in excess of 90, but it was Spelman that held it together, and he finds a big max there.
$60.
That's absolutely enticing the darts to go in. Alex would be annoyed with that dart there.
121.
But be happy with the 1-2-1 there.
$44. Alex Hukar, 141.
So 141 for Spelman to get on the board. Shots off. So Petersen looking at 145.
49. Devon Hukar, 145.
To get on the board. Start on treble 20.
$28.
He's not really put a dent in
92.
So Alex it. So it's double 16. 2 8s to go 1-0 up.
76.
So Devon outside chance on the 1-7. Oh, what a dart. So it'd be 17 for tops. So it's double top to go 1-0 up.
77. Alex Hukar, 16.
So 2 8s to Spelman.
Game show the first leg, Alex Spelman.
And it's the opening leg to Alex Spelman, and it's a break to boot for the American.
Second leg, Alex to throw first. Game on. $61.
Although I've got to be honest, Keegan, I am hopeful this game goes for 3-2. Just because it means I can stave off listening to Test Match Special a little bit longer. In the car on the way back home.
125.
See, that's why it's so good that you've got me next to you, and we're just watching the darts, aren't we?
Oh, honestly, nothing better than to sit, enjoy some good darts next to my good pal Keegs.
I guess everybody was unavailable tonight.
96.
I'm sure you won't be saying the same back.
$82.
Well, is Spelman going to be the party pooper here? because he looks on the cusp of a 2-0 lead,
177.
particularly off the back of the 177, to leave himself on 42 after 12.
100. Alex Yakar, 42.
So it's double 16.
Game shown the
He
second
does
leg.
solid
Alex
14
Spelman.
data there from Spelman.
Third leg, Devon
2-0
to
up,
first. Game
and
on.
looking rather comfy, looking rather rosy. For Devon, he may well be rather lonely at the bottom of the table on 2 points. You don't have to stay there, Dev. I mean,
16.
he's got the double, but everything about that was just so wrong. I'm sorry, but it was.
No score.
It doesn't have to stay there. Just move, Dev, move.
It's all good. It's all good. It's just one of them things.
59.
Our start players, we think we know best, and we just go with our instinct.
Just no. Right, I'm putting the mic down. I'm getting angry. Enough. Dev,
40.
please don't do it again. Please.
And welcome back to the darts. Dev knows
30.
Dev's having a good 3 darts and away with another 3, so he'd be annoyed tonight because you feel Dev's had chances for the for the majority of his games, and
96.
let's be honest, the group is so tied at the moment. And the thing is, Alex is going to go for the win. How much is 6
100.
points at the end of the night when we revisit this group later this evening?
Well, we are broadcasting live in America, and this could well be a
100.
tiebreaker if Spelman wins this.
It was a good treble 19 there from Dev.
119.
Yeah, it's good darts. So might be looking at 19s. That's a good marker for the treble. Might go back up for the 98 to leave a finish.
58.
So Dev has got a really good chance here to get a leg on the board. Should be looking down for 97, so it'd be treble 19 to leave tops. Well, that's unlucky.
83.
Well, Spelman looking to set things up. Petersen on a 2-darter to half the gap back down to 2-1.
59.
Chase down the 19, he's going to get the 19. So Petersen 94 to reduce the gap to 2-1.
So it'd be another 18 to leave tops.
Alex Yakar, 148.
Forcing this to go, but if it does, Spelman wins. But he drifts wide to the right. 85 left, finds the 15th, leaves himself on tops. Petersen looking for the same target to stay in it. Spelman has a look. Of course he has
20.
a look.
Alex Yakar, 40.
But he couldn't find tops or tens, Petersen. Spelman looking at that target to win by 3 legs to 0 and to end the trend of players' very first winning games. It's double 5 to end with 3 wins out of 4.
30.
3 match
Yakar,
starts
20.
are come and gone for the American.
Game shown the third
That's
leg.
good
Devon
darts there from
Petersen.
Dev. Really good
Fourth
darts
leg,
there from
Alex
Dev.
is
Showing a
in
lot of
first.
character
Game
there. He'd be annoyed with his performances in the last couple of legs, but it's always, isn't it? It's getting that confidence boost.
60.
Well, we haven't got Eddie Redmayne anywhere near here, and it's certainly not been the day of the Jackal, but it could be the night of the Jackal.
72.
What a series that is, by the way. One of the best I've watched in recent times.
Should be a 10 hit.
60.
That's unlucky.
$60.
Well, Spelman looking to be in the leader's chair come the end of play tonight for a win in this contest.
125.
It's a good dart there from Dev. You know, it's a good marker.
100.
Unlucky not to get more there than just a ton. But there's only 13 in it.
$140.
Brilliant 140. Petersen's on the ropes here. I think he sensed that the end in this
81.
game is pretty much 9 out. 6 darts for the match, and to ensure that Spelman leads the way. He's got a dart at top to do exactly that.
76.
And that would have been some way to have wrapped it up.
Here comes Dev. Here comes the momentum.
140. Alistair Carr 40.
So tops to wrap the match up to win 3-1 and to move top of the table by a couple of points. What can he see of this target? Because that's obscured because of the way the darts go in, and that's why he veers off to the right, left-hand side.
Yeah. 40. Alistair Carr 35.
Fair to say he wasn't happy with that. Double 16 for Spelman. Double 16 it is, and it's going to be the Jackal who has the best night of them all. Alex Spelman, top of the table, 6 points to his name, 3 wins out of 4, and he ends the hopes of every match going in one direction and all 5 players being on 4 points. So Petersen at the bottom, Spelman at the top. That's the way. Night 1 has concluded here at Double Trouble 4.
$54. Charlie McGuire, 164. $44. $32. Charlie McGuire, 120.
Well, 120. He's got a fair, at least 2 handfuls at this. Just needs to stay
60.
there. That's a good shot. Halves his score, leaves himself on a 2-darter.
$26. Charlie
Time on his
McGuire,
side
60.
to become back-to-back singles champion.
$40.
Definitely a couple of nerves in those last 2 darts, but he'll be coming back.
The moment he's been in before this situation. Standing at the back of the stage,
Charlie
approaching the
McGuire,
hockey with a
20.
chance to win the title.
He did this to win the first title, if you remember.
11.
I think he's gone. I think he's gone to bust it, maybe. The first title he won, he wanted 20. He went 6 double-7 to win it. He had a chance to replicate it again.
Yeah, I get the feeling that was for a bust, and
39.
on that situation there, George Scaife wasn't even able to take it out going to the 18s on that switch.
Yeah, I think he just panicked a bit, but he's done well to get that big one.
Sometimes can be the hardest part.
Georgia requires
This is it.
79.
It's got to be 19s. It's got to be 19s for this shot. Big 20 and a double. He's got the first one. He's going to get a match dart here.
$59. Charlie
Threw the entire body into that
8.
one. Just didn't want to let go of the dart.
No score.
He's giving George a chance.
Georgia require 20.
I think George has been quite good on double 10 today.
So many opportunities for Charlie Murphy. Couldn't get the job done.
The match! And the Red Dragon
George
Modus
Scaife.
Super Series Influencers Champion, George Scaife!
Well, we've seen quite the night here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. And before the break, Alex Spelman broke a trend in which the first 9 games went with the darts. Spelman would have the last meaning that he's top of the table. He's going to have 6 points going into Friday's play here at the Live Lounge in Portsmouth. Devon Petersen's going to be bottom of the table with 2 points, which means that the other 3 players in the group are all going to be on 4. That's how the table looks at the end of the first night's worth of play. We've been watching it all in the beady eyes of Keegan Brown in the studio. He joins me again here. Wow, what a night, first and foremost, we've seen. Up until that last game, everybody was pretty much level on everything. It was just drama and chaos pretty much right from the very first dart.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? And, let's be honest, it was a fantastic night at darts where, I think the key word was momentum, where it went in one favour, then it went back to another, and often enough the case that matches kept on going 2-2.
So let's go through the players then, and we'll begin with the player at the top of the table, Alex Spelman. I suppose, really, if you look at the course of the night, is there really any arguments that he's the one at the top?
No, not really. Let's be honest, he was obviously most consistent, isn't he? Getting his the 3 wins, and let's be honest, the game against Usher, this was absolute filth, wasn't it? Absolutely filth with the darts, but the only person to win with over a 90 average tonight, double 1.
And the other thing I got the sense of Alex as well is, I know that he's won things this year. We've seen it at the Grand Slam. It wasn't a campaign that he'd want to remember. Didn't quite go well at the World Championships, lost to Gabriel Clemens. But there was just a sense of some of the performances that he's put in tonight that, yeah, he's been getting results, but the performances are beginning to trend upwards like it was a couple of years ago.
Yeah, 100%, and he's just when he's played darts here, there and everywhere, he's been given this opportunity and he's taken it, isn't he? Let's be honest. He was faultless tonight, I thought. Unlucky not to win his, to run the whole card, but nevertheless, he'd be happy to lead the pack going into later this evening.
What about his pal from the United States, Ram Guevara? 4 points. I tell you what, he's been good fun to watch tonight.
Yeah, 100%. Been a bit of a spotter's nightmare, but, that's a different story. But no, to be fair, he played really well, and I thought, this is his first time here playing double 1, and I think he accustomed himself really well. And like you see there in the visual, he had a good win over Graham.
It's actually an interesting point you mentioned, because Hull are playing on debut in a competition, particularly a place like here. But then the fact as well, you add in the fact of it being double start. I can imagine that does that add an extra layer?
Yeah, of course it does, because there's extra pressure, isn't it? When darts is hard at the best of times, but to come here for your first time, play double trouble, not the normal standard week, I thought he counted himself really brilliant.
First time in the United Kingdom. Trust me, Portsmouth is not like the other places. There's other places that are nice out there. In terms of some of the other players then, let's talk Steve Westnight, because I can imagine he's probably one that's looking at the points total and thinking, I might have left 1 or 2 out there.
Yeah, 100% to Westy. There was a couple of missed chances that he had, but when he had the chance, he took them. I think it was the match against Devon where Westy left tops and Devon took out the 68, and it was just little moments like that where once again the momentum just swung back in the other way, and then the momentum took control for the other player.
Let's have a chat about Graham Usher, because I feel like he's been a little bit of the forgotten man. Had the best average of the night. I know he lost that game to Alex Spelman, but there was some really handy stuff in there.
Yeah, 100%. There was so really consistent stuff there from Graham, and like we see there, that's the confidence. Most players would lay up for 6 or a 10 for the finish, but the confidence to go straight for double 19. The man is feeling good.
Let's talk about Devon Petersen, because I think there was a possibility at the beginning of the night. There was a lot of positivity, got over the line in that first game. Didn't quite happen after that, though. Is that fair to say?
It was a hard one with Dev. When he was on it, he was absolutely on fire, and there's not a lot of people could do, but it was just having 3 good darts, 3 average darts, and then 3 good darts. And, you know, he hit so many 152s today. He's probably the only person that combined the first double with 2 trebles.
Let's have a chat then about the night as a whole. What's been your general prognosis of what we've seen?
I think it's been really level pegging, and because it's been level pegging, it's been brilliant watching. And yeah, I think, you know, like we were saying, there's not too many times where the groups all level even, but you know, there's nothing between them, is there?
And look, it's not just the Alexandra Palace where there's an international flavour, because you've got the American and Alex Spelman at the top of the table, Devon at the bottom. And this is how Group C looks. We're going to be watching that tomorrow afternoon from 1 o'clock. That's going to be culminating. And it's Scott Mitchell at the top of the table, and he had a very good day today. Robert Thornton also on 8 points, Andy Hamilton on 6, Richie Burnett and Trina Gulliver on 4, Kevin Painter without a point to his name. And look, tomorrow we'll hot up the action. We'll know 5 of the 6 finalists are going to join Neil Duff in there. And I can imagine for Neil, after what happened at Lakeside, I know it didn't quite go to plan for him against Ben Robb, didn't quite happen here at Champions Week either. Look, this isn't what's going to define his 2025. No. But this is a nice way to at least finish the season.
Yeah, of course it is. You know, at the end of the day, he's got another bite of the cherry, and he thought, let's go for it. And he's straight through to Saturday night. He'd be looking forward to it. And we know Neil's an absolutely fantastic dart player. Saturday night, he's going to think, right, I've had a couple of days off, I freshen up, let's go for it.
For the players that we know are going to Q School, the likes of Graham Usher, the likes of Scott Mitchell, who said that his indications there, Andy Hamilton, you'd assume is going to go there as well. I know it's not the format you're going to be playing once you get to MK, but how much would a good week here bring them in good stead when it comes to January and it comes to Q School, just to give them a bit of confidence over Christmas?
And that's the thing, in darts is all about the confidence. You know, if you're confident, you can literally close your eyes and you still hit everything you want, and that's what dart players want. And this is such a fantastic springboard for all the players in this. You know, it don't matter wherever they are on the table, they're still winning, you know, and that's what you want as a dart player. You just want to keep winning, and at the moment it's just brilliant, you know. So anyone going to Q School after this week, they'd be thinking, do you know what, I've had a good week, let's put the confidence, keep going forward.
And I suppose you always want to finish something on a high, don't you?
Of course you do. You know, it's sport at the end of the day. You know, sadly, there's always going to be losing. There's always going to be a winner. And it's that sort of, right, I'm just going to go 4 guns blazing sort of attitude. And but yeah, you just want to keep winning, don't you?
Hey, winners only here, Keeks.
Exactly.
Right. Right, I'll see you in the morning, pal.
We will that.
Right, plenty coming up across Pluto TV. Over the next few hours where we go live. Now, coming up next, I've got to do it really, really fast like this because it's the flying lap challenge with the players will be going around the board as quickly as they possibly can. That's coming up in a few moments' time. And then Group C and Group B will continue tomorrow afternoon from 1 o'clock here on Pluto TV. You should see Keegan Brown's face right now. He ain't got a clue what's going on. Double Trouble 4 finals night, Saturday from 7:30. It's the last night of Super Series action in 2025. We know that Neil Duff's going to be there. We'll find out the 5 players that are going to join him. That is Saturday from 7:30. And then, of course, 2026 gets underway with the finals of the ADC Global Championship. Now, Tom Sykes is going to go off the heavy favourite to win that. And now, do note the kickoff time at 12:30 p.m. here on Pluto TV. Keegan's off to get a new eardrum. We shall see you in the morning. From all of us here, take care. We shall see you for Group C's culmination from 1 o'clock. Until then, take care. Bye for now. Good night.
What a finish. What a man. The drum roll finishes. And the target is...